Hey guys, today we're going to go over how you might sharpen up a soft focus in an image. So somebody sent this image over to me, said, help, what do I do? I love everything about this image. However, my subject is not in focus as well as she could be. So I agree, this is a great image. I love the background, I love the windy sidewalk, and I even love the pose. And she's absolutely right. She's not quite as in focus as she could be. She's a soft focus. So while there are some things you can never fix, obviously you can only take a photo once. A strong blur, a shake, there's things that you simply can't fix. Once it's ruined, it's ruined. However, a slight blur or a little bit out of focus or something that just needs to be sharpened up, you absolutely can fix that with filters. And so today we're going to practice using the high pass filter. I'm going to start on a copy background. I start everything on a copy layer, and that's because I don't ever want to make the adjustments to my original background image. If I make a mistake, I want to be able to delete it or lower the opacity on it or whatever, and so I do everything on a copy layer. And I'm just going to come up under Filter, Other, and do a high pass filter. It'll bring up the gray image. You may or may not be able to see your image through this gray box. You can adjust how much you see through the gray box by sliding this little slider tool here. You actually don't want to be able to see much. Just you want to bring it down until you barely see the outline of the part of your image that you want to add the filter to, and then click OK. Let the filter do its thing. And then you're going to come over here, and you don't want that to be a normal overlay, and so I'm going to come down to soft light. There's a couple different options here, and you can play around with it. There's hard light, there's vivid light. Usually for faces, I'm going to do soft light because it keeps some of the features very, very soft. If you get too much on the hard light, it can distort some things. However, if you do have some blur, some true blur that you want to fix, the hard light is going to be a lot stronger in fixing that. But you want to be really careful not to put too much on there because it does start to distort things. So I'm going to do the soft light. And let's say you didn't want that anywhere else, but right here on her features. So, the background of this image, it's already blurry. I'm not worried that that little bit of filter is going to bring it back in focus or anything, any part that I don't want in focus. But let's say that you had some other things sitting near her and you just wanted just her features sharpened up a little bit. Well, you can always add a mask to this layer. You can invert the mask. Then you can grab a brush and you can just paint that filter over just the part that you want to add the sharpness to. So just to show you, it's on there pretty good. So let me show you before the soft focus, and with the filter just slightly more in focus. Now let me show you, if you were to need a little bit more than just the small touch-up, you can come down to hard light. Now take a look at her. This is before, while she's softly focused. And you see how much more detail that's added. And you can always adjust your opacity here. Like I said, you never want to go too high up because it will start to look very photoshopped and to look distorted, and so you can lower your opacity here. But here you go. We have now sharpened her features. And hopefully that will be a lifesaver for some of you guys and be a very useful tool anytime that you make a very slight error in focus or just need to sharpen something up.